If you're the type of person looking for a good deal, in today's video, I've got that for you. What's going on, guys, and welcome to Somewhere in SoCal. My name is Mike Deblak, and on this channel, I show you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. Today's video, I am at the brand new community of Ladera by KB Homes in the city of Menifee, and they just had their grand opening just last week. So this is a great opportunity, and I'm gonna tell you why. All right, KB Homes takes a little bit longer to build their houses, and this is a brand new community that's gonna have 176 homes. And like I said, they just had their grand opening. So you guys have an opportunity to get phase one pricing. They got phase one releases right now. They're dirt lots out there. You can see the dirt lots. All right, so you're gonna get dirt lots. KB takes like 8 to 10 months to build a home. So you're gonna get a house probably the middle of 2026. So that's your timeline. Good opportunity to get 2025 prices because, all right, if the rates drop like we're expecting them to, all right, these prices are gonna go up. So you're gonna get late 2025 pricing, but you're gonna move in 2026 with hopefully a lot of equity, you know, the first time you turn your key, you know, walk into the house that very first time. So I don't have a crystal ball, so no promises, but I know a lot of people out there love a good deal, love getting phase one pricing for that exact reason. Before I get into today's video, I know a lot of you guys have been with me for a long time. I look at the analytics, there's thousands of you who watch me pretty much every single week, and you've probably been following along since I gave you guys like a health update on me, last October with some medical stuff going on. And I got some good news, so I'm just gonna share it with you guys because I know some of you guys care, all right? I'm much a normal guy with a family, and I do this to help you guys. So I know some of you guys care, and some people ask and reach out kind of behind the scenes. So I got good news from my doctor yesterday. So those of you guys that have been following around know I lost all my hair last October, right? That's mainly why I wear the hats. Right? I still like wearing hats, but that's part of the main reason. So I joined the Bald Guys Club last October. Been doing injections every 2 weeks. Like if you do Botox, my wife said it's like Botox basically. I never know Botox, but like every 2 weeks I go and get like 140 shots in my head to try and like regenerate the hair follicles to grow and stuff like that. And then also taking like crazy steroids for that, and then other stuff with like intestinal stuff. I have Crohn's disease, so I got a cocktail, a lot of crap going on. Anyways, got good news from my doctor yesterday. I got off one of my pills, my steroids, so hopefully like the 30 pounds I gained this past year, like hopefully I start looking like me and I can like grow hair out and stuff. So I'm pretty fired up. He said I'm pretty close to being able to grow my hair all the way out. So I'm fired up for that. So anyways, enough about me. Let's get back to you guys. So in today's video, we are going to tour the 3 floor plans they got here. They have 6 in total, but 3 modeled. So we'll hop into these 3 floor plans. We'll hop on a map and show you guys what it's like to live here. We'll go over schools, shopping, medical care, things to do, all that sort of stuff. All right. Guys, we're super close to shopping, super close to the schools, and we're in one of the best areas in Southern California where lots of people are moving. All right, so if you guys are like me or a lot of my clients, I'm just gonna kind of tell you exactly who reaches out to me and who I help out the most. So number one are people like me when I moved out here 5 years ago. So me and my family moved out here 5 years ago. My wife was pregnant, we had 2 kids, we're pregnant with the 3rd one, and we were just looking for more space for more space for the same amount of money that we were gonna spend in LA in the Long Beach area. So, you know, someone who's looking to kind of get more space for the same amount of money or even less money. All right, I even helped people recently where, you know, selling a townhome in San Diego for almost the same price they're buying a 3,300 square foot home out here, right, with a, you know, family with 2 kids. Or you're someone who works remotely or commutes to work maybe once or twice a week down in San Diego, LA, or Orange County. Another, you know, basically type of person who reaches out to me to move out to this area. And then the 3rd most common is someone who's going to be downsizing. All right, so someone who's got a big old house in LA, Orange County, San Diego, or maybe somewhere else in the country. They're moving out here and they want to downsize to where they're selling a house and they want to buy cash and kind of downsize and get one of these things. So if you like anything you see in today's video, make sure you go ahead and reach out. My phone number is going to be on the screen right now, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. The other thing, I've got like 100 plus of these videos filmed. This is the show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. I've toured all these communities. I've got relationships with all the sales reps, can get you great deals. So if you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. All right, before we go ahead and hop into these houses up here, I do want to talk about the HOA and the tax rate. HOA in this community is gonna be $221 a month at build out. All right, to be honest, it's gonna cover a park and some trails. So to me, it's kind of on the higher side, just being real with you guys. And then the tax rate is 2.01 to 2.05%. The average around here is like 1.95 to 2%. So this is slightly above that. It does include special assessments, Melrose, all that kind of stuff. But I would say this is slightly above average on the property taxes, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's go ahead up this hill and we're gonna start with their biggest house. Alrighty, so we're gonna start things off with their largest floor plan. This right here behind me is plan 2763. It's 2,763 square feet. We're gonna have 5 beds, 3.5 baths, and this one starts at $696,000. All right, you see kind of from the exterior here, the nice Spanish style exterior. Little shutters up there. And this nice like tile work around this archway as we enter. Come on through here. So we got so a nice entryway. So you're nice and wide, which I like. You can just look at the flooring. It's kind of cool little like benches you enter. If you're someone who like doesn't like shoes in the house, it's a good spot to take them off. This handrail here, and then immediately on the left, we're gonna have this powder room. So a little half bathroom down here. Pretty good sized powder room actually. Accent wall. Window looking out to the front. Save the stairs for later. Right here, we got our coat closet basically slash storage room slash movie theater. Been around for a while, you know, you get the movie theater joke. And then this will be our garage access right here. Let me show you guys all the stuff. A little design inspo. We got a nice open living area here. Great room. Show you all the stuff. We got the kitchen there. This island. Got this basic living room area. With that area rug to define the space. Looks really nice and big. A nice big window looking out to the backyard there. Kind of got our designated dining area right here. Kind of right off that slider. Turn around and show you the kitchen. The fixture is so awesome. All right, so you got a really good size island right here. That seats four bar stools there. Like I think 4 is good. If you really want to get greedy, you could probably squeeze a 5th there. I really like that light fixture up top though. Super nice. Nice countertops. Then you don't have the sink in the island, which is awesome for entertaining. Right, you get this nice view here. Where you're watching football games or World Series, you got people over. Halloween's coming up, and maybe got people over. Then over here is where we get the sink and the dishwasher and all that stuff. So really nice to have the sink here, dishwasher here. Don't know if some people complain about the fridge being too far. But showing you guys everything. Window looking off to the side of the house here, and we got this nice backsplash there. Super cool. And I do like the kind of lighter colored cabinets with the dark finishes. And then this whole community is going to be electric. So that's a deal breaker. Sorry. Call me. I know some communities that are still doing gas. And we got a nice little microwave there. Fridge. Let's go back up here. Okay, so there's no sink, but there's tons of storage back here. The cabinets and the drawers. Like that. And then right here is going to be our pantry. All right, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Not a huge fan of this small of a pantry for this big of a house. Like to keep it real. People say I'm authentic, I'm a normal guy. Like, I'm the least salesy salesperson there is. And when you call me and you come to meet me, dude, I'm just a normal guy who helps you guys get good deals on houses. That's all I am. So I'm not gonna like oversell you. Say, oh, this house is amazing, blah, blah. Like, I'm gonna point out things that I don't like too. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. Anyways, let's go check out the outside. Now this one has a massive backyard. And so when I talked about the lots earlier, like some of them have like 19,000 square foot lot. I don't know how big this lot is, but it's definitely bigger than the 7. So awesome backyard here. Now you will just get like a little sidewalk size block off the back of this. You can definitely get like a patio cover out here. And just, oh my God, guys, these views. That's like the biggest thing that I noticed when I got here was just like, I'm gonna go stand on this rock. If I fall on camera, I'll let it be. All right, but just to show you guys these views out there, man, gorgeous. Love it. Anyways, all right, let's go back in the house. Hopefully I don't fall on the way down. Oh. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Massive side yard over there too. Let's go on upstairs. Oh no, not upstairs. We got this little room over here that I missed. All right, so this is like a downstairs suite type thing. So this is not gonna be the master, but you got a first bedroom downstairs here. So a really good sized room. And we're looking at the backyard. That. Got a walk-in closet right here. And we got a little landing area. I suppose if you really wanted to, like down the road, you could turn this into like a little kitchenette type thing, or I don't know. You guys can be creative. And then a nice, good-sized bathroom down here. So it's almost like a little private suite downstairs for somebody. I know a lot of people are concerned, like in this scenario, like you'd be potentially like having an in-law suite right here. This is cool because I know some people are older that want to step over that tub, so that's a little thing. Let's go upstairs. Excuse me. I know upstairs we get this handrail right here, so this will be an upgrade. Normally it's a pony wall. Like that. Walk on upstairs. Nice artwork right here. Keep it moving on up. Ooh, I like this. This little like table thingy, or not table, counter cabinet space here. And I really like the amount of light through these windows. So lots of natural light. Nice loft area as we get to the top of the stairs. I imagine that's the master. We'll save that for last. You got this laundry room, really good size. Washer dryer hookups, again, it's gonna be all electric. You do have the utility sink right here as an option. Right there. Walk further on back to the right. Bedroom number 2, the little man cave. There's a good spot for a TV there. There's sliding wooden closet doors. Next to that, bedroom 3 basically. Window looking out to the front. Nice little desk area. Across the hallway here. Bedroom 4. This one feels the smallest of the bedrooms so far. Doggy room. Turn it around. Window over there. Closet. And we've got the bathroom for all these rooms. So bathroom number, the first full bathroom basically. The dual sinks, big mirror, shower tub combo. Surfs up. We've got some cool little reenactment with Jaws movie poster. All right, head on over to the master. So a little bit of privacy. So you got the little family loft area, second living area up here, and then we got, boom, our master bedroom. Pretty good size right here. So you got the, obviously the huge bed, little bench at the foot of the bed, dressers and nightstands on each side. The windows looking out. Let me show you guys the view one more time. Crazy view. Walk down this hallway here toward the master bathroom. All right, first we're gonna get to our walk-in closet here. Really good sized closet. Lots of space in here. Further on back, we're gonna have our little throne area right here. Long throne area. And then the regular part of the bathroom here. So dual sinks. Like that to match everything downstairs. We have a soaking tub. Stand-up shower with that black trim as well. Just a really nice feel here. And then you do have this big window looking out to the back. So that wraps this one up. This right here was planned 2763. It's 2,763 square feet. 5 beds, 3.5 baths, plus that nice loft area out there. And this one starts at $696,000. All right, so next up we got plan 2378. It's gonna be 2,378 square feet. We're gonna have 4 beds, 2 bathrooms, and this one starts at $664,000. Spin this guy around for you, kind of just to show you. Remember that craftsman style look with the bricks on the exterior there. Let's go ahead and see this thing. Walk on up. I like that brickwork. Come on here, a little like covered entryway. Probably put some like plants or a bench or something right there. Walk on in. All right. So, a little feel for what it looks like as we walk in. A straight shot back out the window there. And this will be our garage access. It's a 2-car garage, and then to the right, looks like we got 3 of the 4 bedrooms. So walk in here, we got bedroom number 1. Accent wall there, looks like mountains or something. Trying to be like California-ish. Got there's the closet. Nice big window right here looking out. Truthfully, I'm not the biggest fan of like having this desk at the foot of the bed. I guess maybe it's functional. Not my style though. I do like the California art though. Over here, looks like a coat closet right here, I'm guessing. Yep, here's like your little like entryway coat closet. Kind of narrow compared to most. Oh, bedroom number 2. I guess it's set up as a nursery. These nursery rooms tend to feel a lot bigger, so take it for what that is. A cool little accent wall though. The cow jumped over the moon. That's pretty dope. I like that. Little nightstand dresser things on the sides of the crib. Sliding wooden closet doors there. Cool feel to this one. And then across the hallway over here, linen closet. Got bedroom 3. Cool little lights hanging down. Nursery rhyme type of room here. Across, I already did that, right? Yeah, I did that. We got the bathroom right here. Oh, that's cool. Cool tile. I like that. Normal bathroom, shower tub combo, toilet. You got the dual sinks there. Not too shabby. Back out to the main, the main hallway here. I kind of like the way they decorated this entryway wall. It's a cool little piece of furniture there. Oh, but wait, there's more. Cool little like flex area right here. All right, so this is kind of like with the equivalent of what a loft would be in a 2-story home. Really nice. I like that little office flex area right here. Maybe formal dining and then right here off that, you got our laundry room. So the tile that matches that bathroom, washer, dryer hookups. Hanging cabinets up top. Yeah, I wish Alexa could do my laundry. Or chat GPT. Walking on back here to the great room area. A nice living room. We're gonna do kind of the full pan of everything. Feels similar to the downstairs of that 2-story house. That's the great room area of it. So nice big island there. I mean, 4 is kind of the max there. You get the 2 kind of like hanging. You like that countertop, and then once again, you got no sink in the island. I think it's cool outlet here. Pulte does the one where it's like a layer foam. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you can charge it here, maybe you can't. I don't know. Anyways, you got a little outlet in the center there. Cabinets and drawers back here. A nice extended backsplash. Cabinets above the fridge. The sink off to the side. Let me give you the party vibe feel. If you're chilling at the island here, I even guess like a Christmas tree in that corner. Probably a Christmas tree in that corner, or maybe in that little, depending how big of a tree you got. Anyways, all right. So it's kind of our designated dining area right here, and then that's kind of a cool way to decorate that naked wall. Similar to what I have behind me in my office. Different vibe, different color. Got the living room right there. Nice big open living room. Let's go check the backyard. I see some cool stuff I like already. All right, once again, it comes as a blank canvas. Just want to show you guys for inspiration. I know what they're working with out here. I really like this little concrete bench area, the wood on top. Yeah, I like it. Love the views here, love the clouds, all the stuff. It's cool. Oh, that is a cool coffee table thingy. I like that. Nice setup over here for the living room. But let's go back. Oh, for the pantry. Okay, see, so guys, so like this pantry is bigger than the two-story house pantry that we just saw. Still not perfect, right? But much better than the two-story house. Okay, so here, as we approach the master, you got these cabinets back here, like little blankets or something. Decorate some cool stuff there. And then, boom! Master bedroom. Here, spin it around for you. Windows right there, letting natural light in. Perfect setup for a TV in the wall. Got enough space for this little bench at the foot of the bed. And then, now when you get your house, you're not gonna, like, this is an upgrade to get. I guess you can do whatever you want. This is an upgrade though to get the hardwood or LVP throughout. Normally you're gonna have just carpet in here, so they do have the option to do this. You put the area rug and make it all fancy. Go to the bathroom now. Our throne area right here. There's normal bathroom stuff. You got your soaking tub, your walk-in shower with a little bench thingy in there. Nice big window there. And you do have the dual sinks, that mirror. Nice countertops there. I wish there was more drawers and cabinets at the end of the world though. Over here we have our closet, walk-in closet. No, weird shape to it, but you guys can figure out the his and hers portion or whatever you guys do. So here too, so this would be mine, this would be my wife's, or I'd probably be in a different room. Anyways. All right, so that wraps this one up. This right here was planned 2378. It's 2,378 square feet. You got 4 beds, 2 baths, plus that nice little flex room right there off the laundry room. And this one right here starts at $664,000. All right, so last but not least, we have plan 2097. It's 2,097 square feet. We're looking at 4 beds, 2 bathrooms, and this one behind me starts at $638,000. Spin it around for you here. See a completely different exterior here. They got more of the like stone right there. So this would be the most expensive exterior. So when you look at, just give you guys a little glimpse of this. Bear with me for a second. So when you guys look at these price sheets, it says like ABC. A is the Spanish style. B is that second house we saw with like the brick, and C is this style. So I'm gonna walk on up into this one. And then once again, a nice hallway. This hallway is a little bit skinnier than the one that we just saw. It's decorated nicely with this artwork in the frames and stuff. Anyways, we'll turn to the left. We've got 2 bedrooms over here. Sounds like a really good size. It's a really good size room. Maybe it's just the way they put the furniture here. I like that setup right there, kind of shoved in the corner versus forcing it in the middle. I like that nice big window, dresser. Yeah, that's a massive window looking out to the front. Cool vibe and feel to this room. I'm in a little pop-in closet, so lots of closet space in here. Shelves, the racks, everything. All right, then next to that, we got bedroom number 2. Really wide room here. Once again, really good sized secondary rooms on this one, despite being one of their smaller floor plans. Nightstands on each side, or nightstand on one side, little desk on it. See, this is very functional for the kid to come home and do homework like this. I like it. Cool artwork in here too. Love the way they painted the walls. Like this room, like I feel like my daughter would love this room. Window looking out to the side, and then another like pop-in closet thingy right here. And then we've got our first bathroom. So these two rooms basically, and kind of a guest bathroom, I guess I would say. So we do have the one sink here, but we got 6 drawers and almost space under the sink there. The normal stuff. Shower tub combo, toilet. And this is what I was talking about the last house. You kind of have normally the carpet right here, and the LVP kind of stops right there. And of course, the LVP is an upgrade as well. Walk on down like the art here, and then I really like this mirror. Super cool. Keep on walking. And we got to the right. We got the sales office right here. This is really the garage access. All right, we got the laundry room right off of that. I have a smaller laundry room. I don't know if they have the option to do that. Utility sink in this one. It's not as big. Floating cabinet, or floating shelves at top. This is kind of our coat closet. Right here. Then across the way over here, that's like mudroom type of deal. Change your shoes, hang your purse, and jackets, and all that stuff. All right, this will be a linen closet. Now we've got our third bedroom. So our third bedroom right here. This is probably the smallest of the 3, but it's also kind of by itself, so it has the most privacy out of the 3 secondary rooms. Skateboard room here. Feel for that. Walk on to the good stuff now. And boom, we got the great room. All right, so this is going to be representative of kind of what the base, like cabinets and countertops are. It's done in a second, but so open great room here. Spin it around, show you the living room area, dining room, and then we got our kitchen area. And once again, a really good sized island with no sink there, so great for entertaining. And then this one, I don't know if it looks like it's wired. Maybe it's an upgrade you can do to get wired for the pendant lights hanging down. Nice setup here. Kitchen sink off to the side. So this is like the stock sink you can get. An option for like the stock countertops that are not extended. And the cabinets too. Very nice feel to this whole area. Nice and open, great for entertaining. Just imagine yourselves kind of huddled around this island. There we go. And then, wow, their smallest model has the best pantry. I find it comical. Whatever. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I feel like the bigger house should have a bigger pantry, but maybe that's just me. Got that set up there. We've got our designated dining area right here. And then we kind of got our living room set up. Once again, area rugs everywhere. Take notes, people. Take notes. And all these models, they got the nice area rugs. It really does a lot to the space. I'm trying to think how many area rugs I have in my house. 1, 2, I think I have 4 area rugs in my house. Nice. Once again, nice sized backyard here. You can get some inspiration. A little outdoor dining set. This is super cool to get like a fire pit outside at night. And then, guys, the weather right now is, oh my god, so great. We're getting to the time of year. You know, I'm gonna talk to you guys. Turn around, talk to you guys for a second. We're getting to the time of year where it like really tapers off from the summer heat here in October, and the weather, it just like the fall weather here is phenomenal. You can't like it's gonna be perfect weather for the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. It'll start heating up again, maybe in May or June. Maybe a little bit in April, but this weather, like the nice desert breeze. It says it was gonna be 80 something today, but it does not feel that at all. And so she goes to the backyard here again. All right, back on into the house. Up. And then now we'll just go back over here to this master bedroom area. Ooh, this is wide. Huge room. Holy smokes, I was not expecting this to be this big. All right, so I like the symmetry with, you got the windows on each side of the headboard there. Guys, this is this massive room. And then you got the nice setup there for the TV and the dresser. The seat in the corner. And then we get into the master bathroom. All right, so you got the dual sinks there. Once again, I do wish there were more drawers and stuff, but is what it is. Little vanity area, and then this one does not have the tub. I'm gonna guess if you buy from Dirt, you have the option to do the tub and probably lose that. I'm guessing it's a linen closet. Got a linen closet there. Walked past this, but at the throne area here. And over here, we're gonna have our walk-in closet. Pretty good size. I was expecting smaller. If I'm being honest with you guys, I was expecting smaller for this smaller floor plan. Lots of space in here in this closet. Love it. Oopsies, I dropped my papers. Ah! Hopefully I didn't make a weird face in the camera there. Anyways, that wraps this one up. This right here was planned 2097. It's 2,097 square feet. Almost walked into the bathroom. 2,097 square feet. You got 4 beds, 2 baths, and this one starts at $638,000. Alrighty guys, so next up I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna hop on the map and show you guys what it's like to live here. We'll go over schools, shopping, medical care, things to do, all that sort of stuff, all right? But first, just wanna remind you guys that if you're someone who needs to sell a house in order to buy a house, I can help you out there as well. Helping people from San Diego to LA to pretty much all over Orange County. I got one coming here soon. So no matter where you are, if you need to sell a house, like I said, let me know. I can get you some numbers. Whether you use me or not, it's totally up to you. But at least you got, my investment background where I'm comping hundreds of properties a week. You get to use that to kind of figure out what my opinion is on what you should sell your house, as well as the marketing strategies and giving my reasoning behind things. And if you want to use me, great. If not, no big deal. At least you got some numbers in your back pocket. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the map. Alrighty, so where the heck are we? All right, KB Homes, Ladera. We are kind of on the northwestern side of Menifee, west of the 215, and kind of just zoom out and kind of see big picture where everything is, south of Paris, east of Lake Elsinore, north of Murrieta, and Temecula here. So we'll kind of zoom in and kind of show you what life looks like here. Now you can obviously see from the drone shots, we're kind of at the base of some of these hills here, where you're going to be able to get some really cool elevated views. But let's just talk about schools to start off with. All right, we're going to be zoned to Ridgemore Elementary School. This is the closest of all the schools, just right down Valley Boulevard right there. We're looking at about a 3-minute drive over to the elementary school. The middle school, we're going to Catherine Newport Middle School. So this is going to be in the Audie Murphy community. If you're someone who wants, resale them, this is a higher price point than what we're looking at in the videos today. But a very nice master plan community with clubhouse, pool, parks, walking trails, all the stuff. All right, that's where this middle school is. So Catherine Newport, pretty new, pretty modern, about a 7-minute drive there. As far as high school goes, we get Paloma Valley High School. About an 11-minute drive there, so a little bit, on the further end of things. Really cool high school. This kind of feels like to me at least, coming from the South Bay area of Los Angeles, this feels like what I would think of when I think of like one of those movies, like a high school football team type of thing, where it's got really cool like campus, sunsets, palm trees, awesome sports facilities. So that's kind of the vibe I would say here. And you can see some of that in the drone shots that I posted. Next up, I want to touch on a little bit of the charter school. It's going to be Santa Rosa Academy. Charter school, you got to have like a lottery system to get in. Our hope is to send our kids here eventually. We did the lottery last year. We did not get in. We were like 156 on the wait list. But what I will say is, from what I hear, the easiest grades to get in are kindergarten, 6th grade, and then 9th grade to do the high school there. It's a K through 12. They are allegedly building more classrooms. We did the whole tour thing earlier this year, and they're building more classrooms, which I would think means they're going to double the enrollment there. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, Santa Rosa Academy, we're looking about an 11-minute drive there, right by the shopping center, which I'll touch on in a second. And if you're someone who needs the junior college route, we got Mount San Jacinto Junior College, the Menifee campus. All right, on the other side of the 215 there. So still all levels of school less than 15 minutes. And then if you're someone who's looking for a 4-year university, which a lot of you guys reaching out to me recently have been, all right, the closest one's gonna be Cal State San Marcos. All right, right now I'm filming this kind of in the morning, but we're still about an hour away there with a little bit of like that morning traffic there. So, you know, most of the time when I'm doing this drive or passing this, it's about a 45-minute drive. So we'll call it 45 minutes to an hour, just depending on traffic. So that's that as far as schools go. Next up, I'll do medical care. All right, we're really close to Menifee Global Medical Center, which is going to be about a 10-minute drive here, just straight up McCall. So go over and up McCall, boom, medical. Menifee, what's it called? Menifee Global's right. They got an emergency room and all that sort of stuff. So that's where you go for emergencies, or you can go to Loma Linda Medical Center, which is going to be down the 215, a couple exits. For 18 minutes there. This one is like if you have like a more serious emergency and you had time, I'd go to this one. They got like, I believe, the helicopter landing there. They also got medical offices. There's a children's center there. So that is another medical option close by. And then we also got Kaiser for the Kaiser people out there. All right, Kaiser Medical Offices just north of Loma Linda there. All right, about 16-minute drive here. They got medical offices, pharmacy, urgent care. And there's also some empty land there that they're allegedly going to be building a hospital behind. That's the kind of the word on the street there. And then right across from the hospital, and there's like dirt over here. We'll get into it later, hopefully. But I saw Pulte put some signs up, so there'll be another community coming to Murrieta right there. That's medical care. There are lots of medical jobs out here. I know a lot of people in the medical field reach out to me. So there's tons of medical offices within like a 25-30-minute drive of this community. So something to think of. If you're thinking jobs, there's lots of medical jobs out here. Next up, we will do shopping. So there's the closest shopping center is be the Sun City Shopping Center right here. Kind of old, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. It's kind of older. Sun City is a city that was basically, I'm gonna say it's acquired by Menifee. Right now it's really like a retirement feel to it, 55 plus community, golf carts. There was a golf course that I think has kind of been abandoned or let go and doesn't look the best, but I think they're building a shopping center on the golf course eventually. I think I remember reading that. But anyways, your closest shopping center is about 5 minutes where you can get your gas, your groceries, all that kind of stuff. So you got Stater Brothers, you got Vons, there's banks here. You see Subway, McDonald's, Walgreens, Jack in the Box. There's a Black Bear Diner right here, Walgreens, all kinds of. One of my favorite pizza places, pizza spots in Menifee is called the Pizza Stop. It's in here somewhere. Let me just show you the Pizza Stop. Pizza Stop. Pizza Spot? I'm sorry, it's called Your Pizza. There you go, Your Pizza Stop. All right, so this is, if you guys are looking for pizza while you're moving, this is the spot here. Your Pizza Stop. And they also got like a cool little lunch special if you're close by where you get like two slices of pizza and a soda for like $8. It's really good. And then also just side note alert, Bradley Auto. So this is where I do my oil changes and tire rotations and all that kind of sort of stuff. So give them a little plug there. Very cheap compared to everyone else and really good service. So plug that in for you guys there. And then yeah, you see the Wendy's on the other side of the freeway. There's a Mexican spot right here. The other side. It's next to the gas station. My wife hates it. I love it. I don't know why the name's not coming up. I think it's called Los Albertos, but that's a good spot there. And then also a good little Mexican spot in this shopping center here called Casa Jimenez. They actually have one of these in Paris. That's where, when we first moved here, we couldn't find any good Mexican food. And we ended up at Casa Jimenez up in Paris. And then we realized that there's a few more spread throughout. And then there's a place called Provecho that was in this shopping center. And then long story short, they left and Casa Jimenez took over. So that's kind of a good little Mexican spot that's close to this community right here. So that's the closest shopping center, but you're also really close to the main hub in Menifee, what I like to call the Four Corners. All right, so this is where Target is, but you're less than 15 minutes from this, and you don't even need to take the freeway. You can see it's the same either way. All right, but so you've got Target, you got Lowe's, Kohl's, Best Buy, Home Goods. And there's a Tilly's over here, famous footwear. I don't know why it's redoing the directions there. And then lots of different, food options too. So fast food or restaurants. You've got In-N-Out, you've got Panera, BJ's, Red Robin's, There's a crumble cookie. There's Ike's, a little sandwich shop up here. Bushfire Kitchen's an awesome spot. Hana Sushi. We got the Breakfast Club of Menifee. This is kind of the spot when we first moved out here where we take all of our family for breakfast. So really good breakfast menu, and then also like bottomless mimosa and flights of that sort of stuff. All right, Buffalo Wild Wings, Krispy Kreme. And then as you go down here, you got your Starbucks. You've got Poke Spot right there, like that Poke Spot Poke Bowl. You got Dave's Hot Chicken. You got Chronic Tacos. And then further down, we're gonna have Luna Grill, Olive Garden. There's a Wendy's. There's also, what's the fish one? Yeah, Fishbone seafood spot. And then you got Sprouts. You got Tacos and Tequila. This is like an Instagram-y taco spot. Good drinks. I get the octopus tacos, which are kind of spicy. They're really good. And then on the top left corner here, you got Chick-fil-A, Texas Roadhouse, Five Guys, Flame Broiler. I feel like I'm missing one. Jersey Mike's. Over here at the top right corner, you're gonna have a gym here. You got LA Fitness. You've also got Raising Cane's. You got an all-you-can-eat sushi spot here called Sapporo. All right, that's where I go. Actually, whenever I close a deal with you guys, I go and celebrate by getting all-you-can-eat sushi with my family. So I actually got a deal closing today or tomorrow over in Banner Park. So I will be enjoying some sushi here soon. Unless I go to one Murrieta. There's also one in Murrieta. Anyways, so we got that. We got Coffee Bean, Blaze Pizza, Cafe Rio. So lots of options up over here. They're also building a Richie's Diner there. And when you see the drone shots, there's a little empty spot. That's where they're supposed to build a Richie's Diner. And the bottom right down here, living spaces if you're looking at furniture when you make that move. But the main thing is Savage Chef. That is probably the best restaurant in Menifee, award-winning chefs. The Anaheim Ducks actually hired these guys to do like their Christmas party. So just so you know, like the quality of the food, they got professional sports teams hiring the main guys at this restaurant to do their, cater their events. All right. You also got Ralph's. There's another cool spot here called Michi Tacos. That's got a nice little vibe to it. And you got some other restaurants in here as well. All right. The next thing I want to show you guys is Costco. All right. If anyone needs to get into Costco, we're about 15 to 20 minutes there. All right, so down in Murrieta, there's another little shopping center with this Costco, where you're gonna get almost the same thing as the Menifee, just kind of smaller, but like all the main stuff there. So you got your, you got an Aldi, you got Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's. There's a Farmer Boys over here, and across the freeway you got Home Depot, you got another Target, and all kinds of stuff over here. So that is gonna be less than 20 minutes to Costco. And we'll do Promenade Temecula. That's like the more traditional mall in the area. I'm actually going there today, my wife, after we do lunch or after I get done filming. All right, so you see there's some traffic right now. So even with traffic, we're looking at about 25 to 30 minutes to get there. So I believe it's more like a 20-minute drive typically. But down here, like I said, you're gonna go kind of where the 15 and 215 meet, a little south of there. And this is your traditional mall with the food courts, the movie theaters. You got Dick's Sporting Goods, Round One Bowling and Arcade there. You see we got a Hobby Lobby. There's a couple, like I said, a couple different restaurants around. You got a Sky Zone for the kids. Around tons of restaurants on the outskirts, Trader Joe's. There's also a Trader Joe's closer up in Murrieta that I'm not going to dive into, but there's one a little bit closer. So lots of restaurants, the food court, department stores, all the stuff, Apple Store, Lululemon, Coach. Just your normal mall. This is where it's at. So that is that as far as what I'm going to cover, I guess, for the shopping. All right, let's do wine country real quick. We'll do Wilson Creek Winery for you wine people. About 35 minutes from wine country, basically. So not too far for a nice, relaxing, evening or day out in the hills there, sipping on some wine, eating some good food. We'll do Old Town Temecula. Old Town Temecula, 25, 30 minutes away. This is where you're gonna get your mom and pop restaurants, cool little vibes. If you're into like the nightlife, not that there's a whole lot of nightlife out here, this is basically where you're gonna go. So you got that, and we'll do Pechanga. All right, Pechanga, actually just went there this past weekend. It's a family in town. Pechanga, we're looking at about a little bit more than 30 minutes. Once again, there's some traffic right now, so I actually think it's about a little bit less than 30 minutes, so 25 to 30. You get the golf course down there. You got all kinds of restaurants, the casino. There's also, I think there's a food court even at the casino. A cool little like loungy spot. We went there to just go have some drinks with family in town, and a little center lounge, kind of a Vegas, I don't know. I was looking for that Vegas vibe a little bit, and had some drinks, listen to some good music. They got a DJ there, and then just gambled a little bit. So that's kind of you know, something to think about there. As far as Pachanga goes, school, shopping, medical, other things to do. Okay, let's see the airports now. Now, I use the airports as points of reference. You're probably not going to fly out a majority of these, but these are close to things to do in these areas. So I'm not going to go to all the little things that are like an hour plus away. So San Diego Airport, about an hour and 25 away. I'm gonna say it again. I'm doing this in morning rush hour time. I feel like this is normally like an hour and 15 minutes to the airport when I normally do these things. So we'll call it an hour 15, even though right now it says an hour 25. The next one will be Palm Springs. All right, whether you're gonna fly out of Palm Springs, which is probably never, but the casinos, the resorts, the golfing that's out there, about an hour and 20 minutes from there. Ontario Airport's probably the best as far as quick, easy in and out, low security lines, not a whole bunch of traffic, about a little bit less than an hour. Normally it's like a 45-minute drive, but super quick to get in and out of there, and the parking is easy if you wanted to leave your car there overnight and stuff like that. John Wayne Airport, an hour 15, lots of traffic during this time, but I feel like that's probably about right. Hour 15 to get there. We got LAX. Last airport I want to cover, hour and 45 to get there. That's actually much quicker than I thought it was going to be at this time. So hour 45-ish to get to LAX from this community. Let's wrap it up with some fun stuff. Disneyland, about an hour and 15, hour and 20 from there. All right, once again, you see the red, you see the orange. One thing I will say is they do have like these toll roads, the what's called fast track or express lanes. I highly recommend getting some of those to beat the traffic. And if you have like 3 or more people in the different lanes, and I feel like they barely charge me anything if I'm 3+. I get like a charge every once in a while when I drive to my parents' house in LA, and it's like $3 or something like that. So beating traffic and paying $3, like I'll do that every day of the week. So got that for Disneyland. Next up, we'll do the beaches. We got La Jolla Shores Beach. So this is down in San Diego. I used to just do the Oceanside Pier, but for my anniversary this year, we went to La Jolla Shores to go to the beach, and it was really cool, like very vibey spot. Like there's lots of like beach where you can go hang out. So lots of different areas like within La Jolla right there. But there's also some really cool like restaurants that are kind of like in the like a little village down there that I thought were kind of cool and vibey. So about an hour and 20 minutes from there with today's traffic. I will do the Oceanside Pier next. Oceanside Pier, a little bit over an hour to get there. And we'll do some of the stuff in Orange County, Dana Point Harbor. Hour and 20 there, just going through Ortega Highway. And then we've got the Huntington Beach Pier, just to throw that out there. Hour and 40. That is not normal. Lots of traffic today, so I do think it is the furthest one, but I don't think it's normally that much. So anyways, that wraps up the little map tour of everything that's around here and all the stuff to do. So anyways, let's go back to the community and wrap up this video. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna wrap this video up. Today we are in the city of Menifee at the brand new community of Ladera by KB Homes, where we toured these 3 models. Now keep in mind, they do have 6 floor plans total. So if none of these, you know, fit your cup, all right, there's nothing bigger than this last one, but there's still other options besides these other single stories that we saw today. So 6 floor plans in total. We toured 3 of them, hopped on a map and showed you guys what it was like to actually live here, whatever schools, shopping, medical care, things to do, all that sort of stuff. So if you liked anything you saw in today's video, make sure you go ahead and reach out, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. Couple little things before we get out of here and get you on with your day. All right, HOA and taxes. HOA in this community is gonna be $221 a month at build out. That's gonna cover the trails and park that's gonna be built in this community of 176 homes. All right, the other thing, tax rate is gonna be between 2.01% and 2.05%. I think that's just based on which floor plan you get. So 2% is kind of like the average in the area. So this is slightly above average, if I had to say that. All right, but that's kind of what you expect with the Melrose special assessments, all the stuff that's wrapped into that. So once again, a great brand new build community where they got 176 homes. If you're someone who's looking to buy something in 2026, this is a good time to get in on phase 1, where you're getting these kind of entry-level prices for this community, and you're gonna take 8-10 months to build your house, and then you get your keys and hopefully have a bunch of equity. So if these rates drop like we're expecting them to, these prices are gonna shoot up, and you're gonna get your keys probably in the spring or summer of next year and have a ton of equity built into your house by the time you open the door for the first time. One other thing before we get out here, just want to remind you guys that this is a show post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff in between new houses, new communities, showing you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal, if you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, YouTube is gonna put a video over this shoulder. If you like this video, you're probably gonna like that one, and I'll see you in there.